It's an absurd women's sports hating hellhole. Speaking for the first time since being fired, what she thinks really went down behind the walls of ESPN. What'd she do wrong? Not racist, not sexist, and it is about sports. She shined a light. This is how smart Samantha Ponder is. I could be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong, but I believed last night was the night that woke went to die. Shane Gillis, we'll get to him in a minute, was really, really funny. Like, I don't like his delivery, but the words that he said and the insults that he laid was Ricky Gervais-like. Ricky Gervais famously insulted all of Hollywood at the Golden Globe Awards. And if you haven't seen Ricky Gervais's monologue there, you got to pull it up. It is one of the best, if not the best, takedowns. But last night felt like, to me, woke went to die, but it was also a result of Samantha Ponder. Now, you remember Samantha Ponder. Sam and I worked together when she first started at ESPN. She was a wonderful girl. I loved hanging out with her. She was fun. She was funny. She was smart. And she rose up quickly in the world of ESPN from sideline reporter on our games. This is how smart Samantha Ponder is. She thought that at ESPN, the restaurant, the ESPN Zone, remember those? She thought if she got a job as a hostess there, she would meet every ESPN executive because they had to come in and eat at ESPN when she moved from Liberty College. Guess what? One did. Guess what? She got a job. Guess what? She was on with Tirico and I on Tuesday nights, and we had a blast. I famously made her cry because I told her that even though I was getting divorced, I still got my ex-wife a Valentine's gift. Center fielder for the Reds, Drew Stubbs, who she was dating at the time, did it. And it made her sad, and we laughed and had a good time. People weren't that sensitive then. But speaking for the first time since being fired from ESPN's NFL Countdown, Sam Ponder revealed what she thinks really went down behind the walls of ESPN. It's an absurd women's sports hating hellhole at ESPN. And Sam Ponder got caught right in the middle of it. She shined a light on how conservative voices, conservative viewpoints are shunned, common sense, shunned, not tolerated at the network. But you're free to praise the liberals all you want. Here's Sam Ponder on Leah Thomas being honored for Women's History Month. Leah Thomas, a dude with a penis, is being honored by ESPN for Women's History Month.
That was sort of the start of all of it. It was in 23. They did a feature on Leah Thomas for Women's History Month. And that just did something to me. I don't know why, it's like kind of emotional to me, but like, man, there's so many incredible women that have dealt with all the struggles that come that are unique to womanhood. And for the company to basically say, we're going to take that spot, we're going to give it to someone who, by their own admission, has only, quote unquote, become a woman within the last year.
Yes.
I mean, it was Will Thomas on the team the year before. And I'm hearing the stories from these girls who were in the locker room saying, I had to get undressed in front of a fully intact male 18 times a week. And we're a company that cares about, I thought, feminists and girl power, and we've got all these women in positions of power. Like, we're not going to listen to that voice. We're not going to platform that voice to say, hey, man, like, I'm uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Nobody that worked there is surprised at all. Nobody that's ever worked there is surprised at all. Sam Ponder, here's what Sam Ponder's tweet was that got her in trouble. All right, hold on a second. We're going to go to Sam Ponder tweeting about Ayman Khalif, the dude that was beating the crap out of women and turned out to be a dude when everybody was saying she was a woman at the Olympics. This is unbelievable to me. It's believable, but it's still unbelievable. Here's Sam Ponder talking about her final act before getting Das Boot.
When the boxer Olympic situation happened and the woman that he was boxing came out and said enough, I just wrote enough is what we should all be saying.
And on Twitter.
On Twitter. And I knew when I sent that, like, this isn't going to go over well. But, like, to me, that's abuse. You have a male in a boxing ring with a female literally beating her.
Yeah.
And we're just supposed to, like, yay, in the name of inclusion. Like, no, what about her? What about her? And so I sent it, and then the next week got a text that said, can you jump on a call with this person and this person in like an hour? And one of the bosses is someone I never hear from. And I was like, this is it.
You would think, wouldn't you? Seriously, Sam Ponder also had talked about how she got called in for liking a tweet from Megyn Kelly. You would think these douchebag boxers, you would think these bosses at ESPN, you would think that they would have better things to do. We've all been there. I remember getting called in because Seth Greenberg and I were talking about the debate, and we were criticizing Al Gore's cheeks. Well, fellas, this is before the whole nonsense about no politics. It's pretty funny what happens. These dudes make millions a year. Like Mike McQuady or whatever the hell his name is, and Burt Magnus are running the joint with Jimmy Patero, 3 white dudes scared to death. And they got a problem today because the sisters and the brothers are going to be all over their office bitching, whining, and moaning. But anyway, I'm back to Sam Ponder. You would think these guys have better things to do than tracking what tweets you're liking. Oh, my God, you tweeted this about women. Here's another Sam Ponder tweet that got her, quote, in trouble. No matter where you stand on this issue, it's well worth your time to listen to Paula Scanlon share her own story as someone who actually lived this while a female athlete at UPenn. Now, let me ask you a question. What's so wrong with that? If you are in sports and you are a woman and you are a broadcaster or you are a guy, this is sports. I don't know if you know this. Paula was on our show last week. She was a swimmer, sports, at Penn with a dude, Leah Thomas, in a locker room, sports. And she didn't like it. 18 times a week she had to do it. 18 times. Like, come on. The hell we doing? That's sports. They say tweet about sports. They're sports. But that gets you in trouble because, quote, it's not the right side of sports. It's not the crazy, bald-headed, liberal African-American chick who, by the way, is the worst of the worst. She knows nothing about sports. I don't know what the hell her name is. Zero. And they put her on all of these things, including volleyball, where she doesn't know if a ball is stuffed or blown up, but I digress. Here's another Sam Ponder tweet. This is the final. Enough is what all of us should be saying. Proud of this woman. That's right. All right. Well, hang on, caller. That's the final tweet. Enough. Proud of this woman. Talking about Angela Carini, the boxer who said, yeah, I'm not fighting this dude. What are you doing? And she did, and she got the hell beat out of her. This actually got the Jimmy Pateros, the Mike Quaddy, and the Burke Magnus man. See, I have no respect. I never really did for any of these guys because they're complete douchebags. I mean, if you put a definition of a douchebag, it would be this Quaddy guy, Jimmy Patero, and Burke Magnus. Now, they're considered cool because they're in high-powered places, but what kind of douchebag fires Sam Ponder for that, for this? Now, seriously, what'd she do wrong? Not racist, not sexist, and it is about sports. Not political, it is about sports. Everybody with 2 eyes could see that that dude pummeling women was a dude. Sam Ponder just happened to say it. Sam Ponder just happened to say what turned out to be the truth, and she got fired. I don't know about suing people. I don't know, but I do know this. I've had enough. This is bullshit, and these guys should be axed, and ESPN should restructure itself, period. I mean, they told, don't be political. There's nothing political here. Talk about sports. This is all sports here. Don't be racist. Nothing racist here. Don't be sexist. Nothing sexist here. This is all about sports. But she got fired anyway. How can ESPN justify allowing employees to celebrate trans athletes while condemning those who disapprove? Well, here's the deal. When you disapprove, you're actually celebrating real women athletes. It can't. And the fact that the network has taken an editorial stance on the issue is shameful. Shameful. This is the same argument we made when reporting ESPN punishing Ashley Brewer for posting a picture of a Republican congressman but allowing other employees to pose with Barack Obama and Karen Bass. Hell, that dumbass, that liar, that completely dishonest person, Mina Kimes, she posted an endorsement of Karen Bass, who is arguably the world's worst mayor. Let her city burn, let her city be destroyed. She's the worst. I mean, why is that? I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because she's a minority. ESPN's the worst. I mean, the more you watch this shit, they're the worst. And I'm so glad Shane Gillis called it out last night. I don't think Shane Gillis is particularly funny. I don't think his delivery is particularly good. I'm not exactly sure why Shane Gillis is popular. But I do like the fact that he wasn't afraid to go at these frauds, every one of them. The perfect example of the frauds is the re-racking of Simone Biles. I mean, those are fake boobs, if you haven't noticed. That's a fake woman, if you haven't noticed. See her exchange with with Riley Gaines. Yep, we want to let you know we appreciate you watching the show if you love the content, which we know you do, because you can't get this anywhere else except at the ESPYs. Everybody's scared to death. Make sure you head on over to youtube.com/@OutKick/videos to like, comment, and subscribe. That way you'll never miss any of the action. Here's another ESPN guy. Listen to this. Shaquille O'Neal, the big stupid. I talked about him yesterday. The big stupid decided he's going to go off on Robert Griffin after RG3 posted a photo that depicted Angel Reese as a monkey when claiming that people within Reese's inner circle confirmed to him, RG3, that she indeed does hate Caitlin Clark. Shaq, in part, saying, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Caitlin Clark, and I'm going to punch you in your effing face. That's an ESPN guy. Oh, man. There is not a white guy at ESPN that could get away with that. Now, you're going to tell me he's Shaq, and I'm going to say, yes, he's Shaq. I mean, go back and look at Shaq's history, restraining orders, all kind of other stupid shit. So, yes, it's Shaq. It's the big stupid. I really wish RG3 would say, bring it, big boy. Bring your fat ass around here. Punch me. Let's see how that works out for you. Shaq's full of shit. Shaq's an insecure little baby. Shaq's the kind of guy that still talks about his high school championships. You know, I got 4 rings. Oh, good for you, Shaq. He's a useful idiot for a number of businesses across the country. Yeah, he's done nice things, but he should do nice things. Makes $50 million a year. What are you doing? I don't know what to tell you. Tweet another, please, and I'm going to punch you in the face. Okay, Shaq. Here you go. Here's a little bit of it.
Oh, speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that fucking great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those girls alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates her. So fucking what? I hate you now for messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. But she's not going to respond because I'm the one calling her and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool. You don't even have G14 classification to say that. I would respect it more if Lisa Leslie said it. Like, that's your category. Stay out of them people's category. Okay, you're sports, whatever you do, you talk about sports, but, bro, you don't need to be going deep. Y'all can go deep. Y'all are females. Y'all understand what that's like. If he hates her, so what? Mind your business. Like, I don't mind you doing your job as anyone, but don't pick on that little girl. Because guess what? I'm her protector. Now pick on me. You pick on me, I'm going to punch you in your fucking face.
Shaq, I'm picking on you. Fuck you. I mean, look, punch me in the fucking face, Shaq. I mean, hope you do. He's so full of shit. Yeah, he's probably right. RG3 ought to let that go. So what? I mean, Shaq, I got to tell you, you will be remembered for being a dumbass. I mean, you can think you're going to be remembered for being the greatest center ever. Shut up. Just shut up. Fuck you. Yeah, I get tired of him. I never do that. Oh, you do that all the time. I hear you talking about punching people all the time. That's your thing. I'm a fake cop. Look at me. I'm a fake pizza owner. Look at me. I don't know shit about the NBA, but they pay me millions to sit here, walk off, go like this. Oh, Charles, you're so funny. What'd you say, Charles? Shut up. Just shut up. Quit being a bully. Quit being a dumbass. RG3, do your thing. Whatever you think, who cares? That fat ass Shaq isn't going to do jack shit to nobody. I'm a fake cop. Look, I got my super special spy license. Shut up, you dumbass. Anyway, the ESPYs were last night. And I got to tell you, Davey, wait, before I get into all these, I'm going to get into a bunch of these. You watch Shane Gillis's monologue. I've seen the clips. I'm not watching it. Let me ask you, was there an uncomfortableness in the audience there? Was there an uncomfortable silence, or did people laugh their ass off? Which way to go?
Dan, it was definitely the uncomfortable reaction from the audience after the jokes. There were a couple of people that the crowd would pan to. I know, like Pat McAfee, they constantly kept going back to McAfee. He was laughing. But most people, I would say, in that audience found the jokes kind of cringe. As someone, that's known Shane Gillis for a while, enjoys his comedy, I thought his delivery was maybe a little off at times, but they were good jokes that he had, and no one was safe. He attacked even both sides of the aisle, so you can't say he was pandering to just the left or the right. Like, everybody was taking shots.
When Gillis was doing it, like, they kept going to different people. Was it one of those where when they went to somebody other than McAfee, people were legitimately laughing, or is it one of those where the camera came on Davey and now you got to act like you're laughing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a good mix as far as the people they were going to. Whenever they were highlighting a specific person, that person was usually a good sport about the joke, but you could kind of tell if you were watching the people around them, they were hesitant to laugh.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's the other part. Was it like, oh, man, if I laugh at this, I'm racist? Or, oh, man, if I laugh at this, ESPN's going to get mad at me? Was it that kind of a thing?
There were definitely people in the crowd, Dan, that I think were having that approach and trying to do everything in their power to, save face. But then there were, some people that you could tell of more on the younger side as far as like in making content. They were having a good time with it. Like Drewski, I don't know if you know who Drewski is. He was somebody that he was enjoying the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if Davey, if we're at a company thing and we know how the company thinks, you got to be careful, right? Laughing at something anti-company. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. But my thing with this, Dan, is I believe, ESPN knew what they were going to get with Shane Gillis, and by doing that, they're like, all right, well, if we appease people that like this, we also need to appease other people as well, and that's why I thought it was kind of funny. The very first award that was won went to Simone Biles.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah, what did you think of that?
I wasn't planning on watching the entirety of the show. I was like, I want to see what Gillis does with the monologue, and I thought he delivered. And then I was just like, okay, if this is how we're going to go, Simone's like, oh, I had no idea I was going to win this, and then gave like the most prepped speech ever. And you're just like, you could see it coming a mile away. I was like, all right, I'm going to go back to just doing anything else at this point.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, her agents were all over it. Hey, give Simone the first one. People are watching the first one. She got a new set. She got a new rack on her. Give her a new one. Let's go.
Apology tour still has not begun yet, Dan. I'm still sitting well with my over under at 4.5 or 4 months.
I know. I think it's coming end of summer, right before the NFL. I think it is. I think the Simone Biles apology tour must happen before the NFL. Once we get in the NFL, be like, what, huh? I think it's coming next week. She got it in the ESPYs. People see her now. I think it's coming within the next 2 weeks. I do.
It's a good,
Oprah,
it's
baby.
a good time. It's
Robin
a good time.
Roberts.
Now's the time to strike.
The little girls of ESPN, the sisters of ESPN, they're not happy. We asked Davey and others how the voting went for some of these things, and apparently what ESPN does is they put out a list of candidates for a particular category, and that category was Best WNBA Player, and then the fans vote for WNBA Player. When Caitlin Clark got the award, the sisters were pissed. This is like 4 or 5 angry girls at a high school dance bitching about the homecoming queen and one gay friend. Here are the sisters reacting to Caitlin Clark winning the WNBA Player of the Year.
And the winner is Caitlin Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm going to accept this award on behalf of her.
It's a nice accessory for you in the meantime.
Thank you very much. She's obviously not here right now. But Ari, when you think about all that Caitlin has done in the last year, what has stood out to you?
I see just exponential growth of the game, right? She brings eyes to the game so that the next generation can come out and thrive. Just a dynamic player, just exciting to watch. Her villain origin story has started, and she loves to play into it, and the fans eat it right up, and so that we can see the next generation coming in and carrying it along, too. Kiki, you've been so exciting to watch, too. I just love it all.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go mail this to Caitlin.
That bald girl is the worst person at ESPN. And that's hard to beat. She's the worst. Like, she knows nothing about sports, and they put her into everything. Look at those girls. Her villain origin. I love when the sisters and the brothers and the white dudes and the ESPN athletes, I love when all of the ESPN tries to act smart. Villain origin. I don't know where Caitlin Clark has ever acted as a villain. Yeah, the other day she lost her mind a little bit, but I would argue the idiots around her, including Angel Reese, Kennedy Carter, and all the other ones have been the villain, but you can't say that. That would be sister-on-sister crime. But look at those girls. Can we put those girls up there again with their gay friend? I don't know if the dude's gay or not, but this is what it reminded me of. A bunch of girls sitting in the corner at the homecoming dance. Their boyfriends are over there, and they're mad about who the homecoming queen is, but they got to say something nice. And can we put their picture up again? Maybe that's not fair to ask. I'm sorry. Look at them. And the gay guy or their gay friend is in there looking at them like, hi, girls. Now look at these clowns. They're all trying so hard. Oh, they're so pretty. Diversity is our strength. Remember, it is our strength. And they can't stand. I mean, can you imagine what 2, 4, 6 of these did when they had to walk off the stage and Caitlin Clark won the Player of the Year? A straight white girl. Oh, man. We all know those girls in high school. We all know those girls that were bitching, whining, and moaning because, I don't know, Nancy Riberty won the homecoming queen, and I can't believe she won the homecoming queen, but hi. It's so great. I'm so happy for you. And the girl on the left, the worst. Here's Shane's joke. This is pretty good. Shane Gillis' joke making fun of the fact that not a soul knows anybody and cares about anybody in the WNBA outside of Caitlin Clark. Here it is.
4-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy.
Pretty good.
For that.
That is really good. That is really fun. A little unfair to the fans, but good for Brittany Hicks for going with it, and good for Shane Gillis to execute. That's pretty funny. That's really funny, actually. Here's his joke about Caitlin Clark.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist-fighting black women. Yeah, hell yeah. Who yelled? Drewski? Thank you, bro. Oh, John Jones? Yeah. What are you, nut jobs over there? Hell yeah.
It should have been getting her ass beat by black women, but that's okay. I thought that. Hey, Davey, did we like that joke? Which of the ones that you saw, which were your favorites? What did you like?
As it related to the WNBA, I would say the one that got the biggest laugh probably would have been the woman he cut to is his comedian friend, Matt McCusker. And I knew him, and so it's like I got a kick out of that because I knew they were setting something up before it even happened. But as far as just like wanting to see the reaction from the audience, it was definitely the fist-fighting black women at Waffle House joke.
People are, whoa. I saw some lady said, that's racist as hell. Let me ask you a question. What's racist about that? I mean, what's racist about that? I mean, honest to God, I saw a bunch of people on Twitter saying, that's racist. Davey, what's racist? It's a joke, for Christ's sake. And all these black women are beating the shit out of her every night. What is racist about that?
Well, I don't agree with this take, Dan, but the reason it's racist is because the word black was used.
Right. Right. Davey, I think you have black pants on from the way I'm looking. Is that racist? I said the word black. They may be blue. I don't know, but they look dark to me.
I don't know, Dan. You're crossing the line there.
I know. It's unbelievable. Speaking of WNBA, I think Angel Reese is pretty important to the Chicago Sky. I was actually tracking this game on my show. She missed a game with a leg injury. The Sky got down 1 million, like from the get-go. Ended up losing 86-49 to the Atlanta Dream. I think Angel Reese is pretty important. Of course, Caitlin Clark re-injured her groin and was out last night against the Liberty. All right, Davey. Before I let you go, Caitlin Clark is going to probably be out of the All-Star game. Probably out of the three-point shootout. Now, when will they announce that? A, when they know she's out. B, literally 2 seconds before the game starts so that everybody still tunes in. Or C, they won't announce it.
I think, Dan, they will. I'm gonna take D. I think as far as the All-Star game goes, they will wait till the last sec, or they'll announce that ahead of time. She won't be playing. For the three-point competition, that is going to be a last second. She's trying. She's thinking she might be able to do this. Obviously, not as much wear and tear, just doing that competition versus playing in an actual game. So they're going to hold off for the last second on the three-point competition. But I think they know, and most people do know, like, listen, she's not going to be able to go for the game. And it's just, I mean, it's the worst possible timing as far as an injury whenever you have Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark both out. They're playing against each other. I mean, the WNBA was definitely hoping to count on this for some eyeballs. And now I think they're really going to be being set back because of the injuries.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure about your All-Star game take. I'm not sure. I think they may hang on to that one. They did yesterday. In fact, Aaron sent me a text. He said, hey, is Caitlin Clark out tonight? And, you know, they had listed her as questionable, so I said not sure, and they hung on to that for another couple hours. I guess there's a deadline in the WNBA when you're supposed to announce whether a player is in or out. I don't know, but I would think they would hang on both fronts to Caitlin Clark being out. Just because – I don't know. You want people to think that she's going to be in with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese out. I guess the All-Star game will get eyes to it because it's being promoted. Good Morning America is going to be there, but I don't know, man. All right, here we go. Donald Trump is expected to sign an executive order aimed at establishing national standards for name, image, and likeness, NIL rights in college athletics, according to CBS. What's the goal? To cut through the current chaotic mess of state-by-state NIL laws and bring everyone under one federal roof. Mr. Trump is engaging on an issue that has quickly reshaped and in many ways roiled college athletics after a House subcommittee on Tuesday advanced a bill along party lines that would establish national standards for sponsorships. The legislation, called the SCORE Act, would supersede a patchwork of state laws regulating name, image, and likeness, or NIL. While the bill has bipartisan support, there is also bipartisan concern it could give too much power to the NCAA and do little to protect the interest of college athletes. Screw college athletes. Why are we worried about college athletes? Seriously, why are we worried about 18 to 23-year-olds that get everything they want? There's a kid that played at Indiana, Anthony Leal. Anthony Leal was a horseshit player on horseshit teams in a great program. He's putting out for auction all of his gear. You see all the gear this kid has. All the money he made off Leal deals, scholarships. He made so much that he paid off his sisters, in a nice move, paid off his sisters' college loans. Why are we worried about these athletes? 18 to 23, we got to worry about it. Oh, shut up. In essence, everybody's going to be operating under the same rules, unlike the current structure in college athletics. That's a good thing. Why not? While this isn't across the finish line yet, could be a step in the right direction, getting at least some rules and regulation on the books for what has been described as the wild, wild west of college athletics. All right, let's go. I personally pay him everything. Bankrupt colleges, take the money from the coach. I don't care. Just give me good games on Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday of college football. And give me Thursday through Sunday, Monday of NFL. I don't care. This is an interesting dynamic here, this next story. This is interesting. First-round pick of the Bengals, Shemar Stewart, threatened to not play for the team. And he's threatening something interesting, to return to college. 17th pick overall, is currently holding out due to a disagreement over his contract status. According to Bud Elliott of CBS, former Texas A&M standout, Shemar Stewart is fully involved in workouts in College Station. One source even suggests that he could try to come back, play again this season, go into the draft next year. It'd be a lot of untangling to do that one. Remember, once you get drafted, you are done in college. They used to have really strict moratoriums. I assume somebody could sue the NCAA for the opportunity to come back, and I would assume, like every lawsuit the NCAA is in, unfortunately for them, the kid would probably win. It's unlikely that Stewart will be able to return to the college game. Technically, it's still on the table, though, I guess. NCAA rules block draftees from going back. Legal challenges around antitrust and NIL could carve out a loophole. If he succeeds and wants to go back for 2025, it could happen. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. I've been told by numerous people after we talked about this, I called a friend of mine. He said, yeah, that kid's going to go play. He's working out by himself, not really working out with a team. He's got friends, so they work out together. But he's kind of doing this by himself. The reason for the holdout is Cincinnati is trying to introduce a new standard in rookie contracts that would give them the ability to cancel future guaranteed payments. If I'm Stewart, hell no. Oh, hell no. Here's Stewart on his contract.
Very bad. I mean, I've been doing this for most of my whole life, and then all of a sudden it's gone over something very simple to fix. It's kind of disappointing.
Have they given you any answers as to why they're choosing this year and you to set a new precedent?
If I really wanted to say, I can't say what I really want to say, but it's their contract. They can do what they want with it.
How important is it for you, do you think, from a player standpoint, to be on the field for training camp?
It's very important. I mean, like, you got to get your body somewhat prepared to play football. Especially me coming from college to the NFL is a way physical game. Even though I play in SEC, which is very physical, but nothing compares to actually playing in the NFL. So I thought I'd be on the field by now. That's what I thought.
What if you?
Yeah, I don't care. You haven't been doing it that long, son. Yeah. Hey, no closer to a deal, month into it. All right, bad behavior. Bad behavior, Wyndham Clark. There's no such thing as bad behavior on pro golfers. It's not supposed to happen. Gentleman's game, people. Wyndham Clark burst on the golf scene with the U.S. Open victory in 2023. He's been banned from Oakmont Country Club, the site of the U.S. Open, just a month ago. He went on a rampage inside the clubhouse upon missing the cut at this year's U.S. Open. Now, Oakmont's an awesome place. Really good people. I've been there 3 times. Love it. Love everything about it. Multiple sources, man. All right, here it is. Multiple sources confirming that the blow pig really got after it in the Oakmont locker room. Super classy, desecrated one of the most historic spots in golf, and on the heels of his behavior at Quail Hollow, probably time to put him in the cooler for a few months. Yeah. Here's a little bit of the damage that Clark, he got mad. He missed a putt. He got a bogey last hole, second day, and he got pissed. He went in the locker room, and he knocked out a locker. It wasn't the locker's fault. What did the locker do? The incident at Oakmont was about a month ago. The club notified its members this week in a letter that Clark will no longer be permitted on club property. The letter, a copy of which was shared by a source, does lay out requirements, however, for Wyndham Clark to get that status back where he can come on the property. Here it is. Several of you have inquired about the situation involving Wyndham Clark and the steps being taken in response to his recent behavior. Following multiple discussions with the USGA and the OCC board, Oakmont Country Club, a decision has been made that Mr. Clark will no longer be permitted on OCC property. The decision will remain in effect unless formally reconsidered, that's right, and approved by the board. Reinstatement would be contingent on Mr. Clark fulfilling a number of specific conditions. Here's where it gets interesting, including, makes sense, full payment of damages, a meaningful contribution to a charity of the board's choosing. They want their money, and a successful completion of counseling and or anger management. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. Clark went viral at the PGA Championship, smashing a T-Mobile sign. Now that's when it gets serious. You smash a major sponsor sign, we got problems. It was at the tee box at Quail Hollow during the PGA Championship. Now, Clark is sponsored by T-Mobile and wore a hat with the company's logo on it. Hey, Davey. All right, I understand. I do. I get it. I do. Pay it back. Pay it back, Davey. I get it, okay? I get, the dudes, they want a little money. They want a contribution. But I don't know. Davey, I don't know. Are we supposed to allow anger management class? Are they the judge and jury of this? What are we doing?
I'm completely with you. It's like, hey, we got to pay back for the damages. This is unhinged. I feel like this is more grandstanding than anything from Oakmont. It's like, hey, we're just going to go and make sure that everyone knows we take this seriously. You have a problem, and we're telling you, you got to get your problem fixed. That's how I think this entire situation boils down, Dan. Is that kind of where you're at?
Yeah, I'm with the paying. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm with the paying. You got to pay it back. I'm with, you guys want a contribution to come back? Fine. I don't know what sizable is, though. You want to make it hurt this guy? What does sizable mean? I don't know.
It's all in the eye of the beholder right there.
I think the Open I think Oakmont has the Open in 33, so maybe, he'll still be in his prime, but I don't know. I guess. All right. You're telling me to go to anger management? All right. I guess. All right.
If that's you, Dan, are you just saying, like, screw it, I'm never coming back here anyway?
He's 31. What's that, about 8 years? What do we got, 8 years? He'll be 39. I do want to play in it. I'm paying it back. I'm making a donation. I may see, hey, my friend Davey Hudson and Nick, they got an anger management class. I'm going to go to it. They'll give me a certificate. I think that's what I would do. I don't know.
Can you do anger management via Zoom now? It's like, I'd be all right if I don't physically have to go somewhere. It's just like, we'll just make it a Zoom class. You can just virtually sign in. All right, sit here for a couple of hours. All right, print off the certificate, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. Davey, get a certificate. Like, you can get a certificate to officiate marriages. Can't you get a certificate to be the head of a anger management class? Get my brother, maybe my cousin or two. Let's do it. I don't know.
There's a certificate for everything, Dan.
I do think this, though. I do think that it's the old coaching saying, make them think you get up at 5 a.m. and you can sleep till 11. If I were Wyndham Clark, I'd make a big deal about how contrite I was. And I wouldn't talk about it anymore. I'd just say, look, I'm paying this back fair. I'm going to do all this stuff. It's great. Good for us. I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it. I did it. I got competitive. I'd invoke Tiger Woods. I'd say, you guys wouldn't be pissed if Tiger Woods did this, so shut the fuck up. No, I wouldn't do that. All right. Lomas Brown next. Yeah, I don't think I'd do that.